Don't allow people to project their insecurities out on you. But it's really hard to trust the universe. Like, you know, like I feel like a lot of people will make it easier said than done. I think I'm gonna put y'all down here. Yeah. I think a lot of people think like trusting the universe or trusting God or trusting whatever you believe in is like, it's easy. No. I'm literally learning every day. I'm hanging myself, bitch. But I'm trying to learn every day, like, to really just focus on yourself. Like, at the end of the day, if you just focus on yourself and, like, become who you want to become, you know, I feel like God, like, or the universe or whatever you believe in, like, I feel like everybody should believe in something, to be honest, because that's what keeps me grounded and keeps me sane. That's the only reason why I'm so peaceful, even when I have, like, a lot of chaotic stuff going on. A lot of people probably think, like, oh, my God, your life is so crazy. It's like, but it's peaceful to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This Austin trip I'm on right now it's been cool. I've been at peace, but it's not exactly how I want it to be because I don't do stuff unplanned. So I'm really out of my element and uncomfortable. But those are the things you have to do, I guess. Like, I've been meeting like a lot of cool people out here, and I really needed to come on this trip and just like reevaluate who I really surround myself around, for real, like, and just think about like their attributes and their traits and like what do they bring to the table for me, what do I bring to the table for them. And I feel like it's just a natural thing because life is give and take, but I don't know. I feel like just being with someone that just takes from you all the time, like energetically, like that weighs on you. And yeah, and that can come from anything. Like, God, people like putting projections on you. I feel like that's an energetic force. Like, I'm just like, no. People will always try to put projections on you. You should not allow anyone's perspective to like, or anyone's projection or anyone's hardship to dictate how you move in life or dictate how you want to become or who you want to become. Because it's just like, wow, you're miserable because that didn't happen for you. Now you're going to try to project it on me. And as you get older, like, that stuff really just like, sometimes, let me not say when you get older, but just whoever you are, like, it just gets harder and harder, especially when you really care about the people that are projecting on you. You're like, dang, they probably really mean that. But it's like, you have to come to that, like, that hard truth and just be like, okay, you actually don't care about me. Well, not saying you don't care about me, but you really care about yourself because you're projecting onto me. And that's okay. That's why I feel like a lot of people, you cannot take stuff personal. I don't take a lot of stuff personal, to be honest, because people be going through. Okay, I be going through it. Sometimes I be projecting, but I'm always, before I even give advice to my friends on some stuff, like, especially if it's about what I'm going through, I'm like, okay, let me not project on you and tell you how I feel. This is how I feel, not meaning to project on you. I feel like we should always have those conversations. This life we live is not ours. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this life isn't ours. Focus on yourself. That's what I've been doing, to be honest. And I feel like I keep getting called and I keep getting these universal signs and stuff like that I really need to focus on myself. And I'm really making this video for me, to be honest. Like, I'm really talking to myself because this is really like an oath to me to not focus on anyone else anymore, because I know how that can get for me. And especially if I like the person and they're not really that good for me, yeah. That's where stuff is always like, where stuff always gets fucked up, because it's like, okay, you're not just focused on someone that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? You're focused on someone that's not good for you, or, you know, and then it's like you get drained from that, especially if the person is like a person that needs other people's energy to, like, I really have had to learn the hard lesson on stuff like that. If you realize someone needs people around them all the time, or needs to be in everyone's energy all the time, or needs to be in someone's energy but their own all the time, they're gonna drain the shit out of you and then make it seem like you did something bad to them when you cut whatever off. Like, whatever they were using you for, like, you cut that off. You're gonna see how they really respond, or how they really fuck with you for real. And unfortunately, I be having to learn some of those. Things, and yeah, it just is what it is sometimes, to be honest. And I just feel like I'm just trying to learn how to navigate through life honestly, like, I'm trying to learn how to navigate through, I guess, disappointment with people, especially when you feel like you're number 10 and well, you feel like you're number 1 on their list because they're number 1 on your list, you know, and you find out you're like fucking 20 on their list and you're like, oh, that's how you feel? Cool. Like, that shit is so depressing. And I feel like these last couple months, like, actually March was actually like always the turning point for me every year. But when I tell y'all, like, I've had the most rough 4 months of my life because I was connecting myself to people that didn't want good for me, for real, in real life. Like, they was on some like devilish energies. And I was thinking like, oh, man, you know, they're projecting on me. Oh, Elijah, you're like this. You're not like this. You're not this, or you're not this. You're not enough of this, or I wish you could do this, or I wish you could show me this, or this. And it's like, if I'm not enough for you, like, if me being me is not enough for you, that's cool. That's fine. We can move on. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, cup of coffee. I feel like that's how I want it to be. I don't want everybody to fucking like me. Because everybody like me. That's kind of crazy because I don't like everybody. Like, trying to push, you have to like push forward and really not give a fuck. You cannot care about being perceived. And I feel like that's a big thing in, you know, our culture now, social media and all that. Now we're seeing how people do their life, how people think. You're like, oh, they think like me, oh, they look like me. But in reality, people don't give a fuck themselves. People, like, that's what I'm saying. You cannot take stuff personal. Stop taking stuff personal. I think that's what I'm gonna title this YouTube video. Stop taking stuff personal. And I'm really talking to myself. Like, I'm talking to y'all and I'm talking to myself. I'm gonna rewatch this whole and be like, yeah, I'm gonna write it down. Cause girl, get out of those friend groups that only wanna fuck with you because you can do something for them. Transactional love is not where it's at. Like, of course, do your thing, do what you gotta do to like mutually benefit each other, but like, keep it as that. If you're gonna do that, keep it like that. Don't try to make it seem like you really like me or you're really cool with me. No, like, don't do that. Like, let's separate everything, because y'all be acting mad, I tell you. So I feel like us as humans, we just like care a lot, even if we don't even say we care a lot. And I feel like when we say we don't care a lot, that just holds back a whole nother energetic pool or whatever. Like, you know how like you're in between portals, like you have to jump another portal to get to the next portal. I be feeling like I'm in between portals sometimes, and I'm like, people are like the old portal is doing this and the new portal is doing that. Like, it's really a paradox. So it's like, I'm really trying to break out of that and just figure out like what I want to do for myself. So that's why I'm like trying to step into more uncertainty. Like, this is like the portal. I'm literally like putting my hand in that bitch. I'm like, okay, it's cool over here. I'm kind of feeling a little peaceful. My head clear. It's not chaotic. You know what I'm saying? When you finally detach yourself from those people who don't really fuck with you like that, and you get into this new realm when you fucking with yourself, you can't even look back at those people, because what they doing? They got their back towards you. And I always tell people, like, if we're in a race and I'm running and I look to the left and the right of me, I'm gonna slow down. That's why you always have to be in your own fucking race. You have to always be in your own race. You always have to be on your own timing. You cannot care, especially if you're doing something that's not in the norm of your family or your friends, or just doing something that's scary. Like, I'm out here in Austin for South by Southwest, like, and I literally came here like on an unplanned mission. I had a show and I was doing cool shit out here, like, but the thing is, I stopped caring and I let those people go that like who care too much, because that stuff can rub on you. That's why you really have to be around like-minded people, like, because you're gonna take, those are people you want to actually get advice from. Okay, so I feel like when I'm talking to my people, you know, because we here together, when we just figure that out, like figure that balance on really not giving a fuck and doing what you need to do, I feel like that's where like life just takes you and like blooms you, you know, pushes you up. because you have to become it. Like, I feel like the creator, like we have everything we need. We have all the resources we need. We just really have to utilize them. He gave them to us because he knew who you were. God in the universe, baby, they know our deepest desires. Because me and God talk, literally how me and y'all talk, I be like, God, let me talk to you about something. Let me tell you something. You know, like, that's your homie. He wants us to be homies. He wants us, like, why would you not be cool with the creator? He knows how your life is gonna go. So I think you should want to be on that man's side. So it's like, when we are walking across the street and we almost get hit by a car, you know what your daddy gonna do? He gonna pull you. And that's what God's gonna do. He's gonna pull you and he's going to elevate you and he's gonna carry you across the road. That street that you was trying to cross, oh baby, he's gonna carry you across, baby. He's like, oh, not my baby. You ain't gonna be walking on this. But I don't know. This was really like a yap session. I'm probably gonna do a lot of these because I have so much shit to talk about, to be honest. And I love talking to myself. So yeah, I'm just excited to like keep doing this. So let me know whatever y'all wanted me to talk about because I want to talk about everything. I think I'm gonna title this "Don't Take Anything Personal" or "Let the Universe Come to You." Let it come to you, because y'all have to let it come. You have to be still. A lot of people don't understand that. They feel like they have to have stimulation all the time. No, you have to be still to hear these voices because every voice is not yours. So take that, do what you need to do with that, and go live life.